Folks, welcome to Quantsapp and welcome back to yet another video. So in this video, we will understand how we can optimize our entries and exits for our options trade. So to start this video directly, let's start with entries first. Okay, let's look at how you can go ahead and optimize your entries in your trade. So first thing is always observe always observe the pivotal points. So wait for pivotal points to get triggered. Don't go ahead and participate everywhere. Okay, not wait for some levels to get triggered. So let's see for an instance. So I'll show you one simple indicator and I'll show you how you can optimize your entries. Okay, because the problem is that we go ahead and end up participating on every possible levels, right? We see at we look at chart and we feel that okay, this is something what is happening, let's go ahead and participate everywhere. So that should not be the case. You should wait for a right time to enter in a particular trade, right? So let's say this is our order book data. So I have plotted two indicators, buyer initiated quantity and the seller initiated quantity. I'm pretty sure a lot of you might be aware of it. It shows you how much quantities buyers bought aggressively on the ask, and the seller initiated quantity shows you how much quantities sellers sold aggressively on the pit, right? So now see, if I purposely go ahead and create a trade over here, will that make any sense? Absolutely not. When I will go ahead and create a trade is when this high, okay, when this high is broken, okay, so Nifty broke this high, well and good, and the next candle, okay, it sustained above that high and aggressive buying happened on the ask price, indicating that okay, there is a possibility of an up move to happen from here. Number one. Number two thing, okay, just look at this. Okay, just look at this. A simple 20 period moving average on a 1 minute time frame. A 20 period moving average is getting broken. The price is breaking the 20 period moving average. Everybody will go ahead and short directly at this very point itself. But do you really see that aggressive sell-off is happening? The answer is no, then you will not participate. Okay, in this doing this thing, maybe some moves of yours might get missed. That is okay, which is okay, but you will not end up losing a lot by participating frequently. So in this breakout, if you see what has happened is Nifty has taken out its days high, and huge quantities, okay, aggressive quantities were getting bought directly on the ask price. So you will wait for pivotal levels to get broken, only then you start to participate. Don't participate everywhere. Okay, so now similarly, now let's say if I just find us out a trade to identify it. Okay, so now let's say I will not participate exactly from this very date. I'm not saying that you will participate at this very point because the aggressive buying is happening, right? But see, Nifty recovered, right? And the moment Nifty recovered, it broke this 20-day moving average. And see, the moment this high is broken, right? This high is broken. When it is broken at this very point. This is the time I will start to buy option. So this is how you will go ahead and participate. So see this move as well. Now there are so many ticks happening, right? There is some seller which has dominated here, but do you see this low getting broken? This candle's low getting broken? The answer is no, then your trade is not activated. So what you will do is typically the recent swing highs and lows should be broken for an intraday perspective, and that is where you will participate. So where my trade got activated, somewhere over here, wherein at 12:33, what happened is huge sell off, right? Nifty broke its recent swing lows. You see, the swing low is getting broken, and aggressive sell off. It was just what 11,000 quantities bought versus 70, almost 70,000 quantities sold directly on the bid. So now the conclusion is that you will not participate everywhere. Okay, don't participate everywhere. Only where there is a very textbook opportunity, a very clean one, only then you will try to participate. It is fine, you miss few moves, you miss few points, that is fine, that is okay, but you will not participate everywhere at every particular tick itself. Another thing what you can use along with this to trade this thing better, right? You can go ahead and use a 5-minute chart and plot a pivot. You can keep everything as it is, that is fine, but if you just want to make it much more simpler, just remove this or sorry, so just plot a pivot, okay, and just remove the moving average. If you want to keep it, your call completely, right? So one of your entries would be looking at this. So see, till this high is not broken, okay, let's say if market breaks this high, it sustains above it, and you see aggressive buying happening. Let's say, let's take an example that at this very point there is aggressive buying happening. market sustains above it, that is the time you buy, right? Sustains above this pivot, right? So you should wait for an ideal opportunity to buy or sell. So see, similarly at this level, right? At this level itself, what has happened? Huge sell-off has happened. This low is broken. We will try to participate here, which is 18,755, and the low it made is 18,710. So this is on intraday perspective. For positional, you can use same thing on a daily chart, which should work fine, right? This is for entries. Second thing, you can use the highest call and put data to identify entries and exit. So another way of doing it would be you participate either above the resistance or around the support. That is the trick. Okay, if you want to buy, you either buy above the resistance or you buy around the support. Okay, this is the trick what you should follow, and that should work really good. So try to optimize your entries and exits by this, or entries by this at least. Exits I will tell you. Another thing what you should focus if you are buying options is that you should typically avoid so let's make a note of it. So okay, so first point is wait for right time. Okay, it's fine, you will miss few moves, we will miss few points. Okay, that is okay, right? Wait for the right time over here. Buy above resistance. Okay, it is the highest call, and buy around support, and vice versa. These are two conditions to buy, and the sell conditions would be completely opposite of it. It would be sell below support and sell below the resistance. That is how you will go ahead and identify it. Second thing is avoid buying on Friday. Why is that so? Because the theta, okay, the theta it decays on Fridays as well, right? Specifically when you are trading in options, Friday closing hour, okay, from 2 p.m. onwards, or 1 p.m. 1:30 2 p.m. onwards, is something where you will avoid buying options. The reason being the theta decays even on Saturday and Sunday. So for 2 days when the market is closed, the theta decays even on that day. So why will you pay, for the days when the option is not working for you? So if you are thinking of going long on option, avoid going long on options, from Friday. If you are participating on a buy trade, avoid doing that on a Friday, because you will be paying unnecessary theta for 2 days. Plus, why 1:30? Because the majority of the theta, it starts decaying faster when we are closing to the closing bell. Okay, जब हम करीब पहुंच जाते हैं Friday वाला session के, the theta it decays, it starts decaying faster, the pace it picks up. So that is the reason to avoid paying bigger theta decay. You will avoid participating on the long side on Fridays. Also on the short side, you will get theta on the short side, but there are 2 days when the market is closed. So whatever global uncertainties happen, right? Whatever happens in the market when the market is closed, all this action is going to get accounted by the market, and that would be reflected in the price on Monday. It's better you let go, these 2 days. If you are specifically on the long side, you should definitely let it go, because you will end up paying a theta. If you are short, then go ahead with an hedge if you want to, elsewhere avoid it. Okay, so this is the second step. One more thing what you can do is over here, if it is an expiry day, consider buying at the money option, so that you win a bit more and you lose a bit less. Okay, so ATM options on expiry, एकदम दूर का ऑप्शन नहीं खरीदना है on expiry, because the premium is low. What it will do is it will create a problem for you, that that option will quite often or not will turn to zero, because the delta will be very small, which will eventually tell you that the probability of that option is very, very less of expiring in the money. Now coming to exits. Exits again the same thing. Okay, the way you entered your trade is typically how you will exit your trade. Now talking about exits, so quite often or not we don't set a stop loss on option pricing. So you should set a stop loss on options as well, because the theta it will keep on decaying from options. So आपका futures हो सकता है वही का वही रह जाए. The futures might remain exactly over there, but options might give you a loss because the theta is decaying, right? So set a stop loss even on options. Underlying, it is mandatory, but it is also equally important on setting a stop loss on options. Second thing is, timing exits, okay, or I would say optimizing exits is what you can call it. So a lot of times we end up missing booking partial profits. We end up missing booking the profits at at somewhere around the crucial level. So if you are bought somewhere around the resistances where you will book your partial profit. So now let's say for an instance, okay, let's take an example. So let's say Nifty, let's see where Nifty's highest call is. Okay, so just creating an hypothetical scenario. So let's say Nifty, the highest call, okay, so it is placed at 18,700. Okay, so let's see any stock if we get, let's say BPCL or something. Let's find it out. So BPCL, nothing works. So let me find out using triggers. So what I want to tell you is, okay, so this is showing us the highest call strike of all the stocks. So let's say mm, let's say Bharti. Okay, let's say Bharti. 850 is the strike price where the highest call writers are, and 835 is the price where the market is right now, where the Bharti Airtel is right now. So I know that 850 is the level where the highest call writers are. So this level might get respected, and this is where, if I'm buying Bharti, this is where my target should be typically. So what I will do is I will go to Quantsapp alerts, okay, and I will create a single alert, okay, which is on future. You can create it on future, you can create it on option as well, but let's say Bharti as of now. So I will set an alert whenever Bharti goes, let's say, above 845. Okay, I don't want exact 850, but 845 whenever it is achieved. Okay, so which is very close to my target. So whenever 845 is achieved, Bharti Airtel's futures going above it, I want a notification. So the moment I hit create alert, so the Quantsapp alerts will send me notification on Quantsapp mobile app as well as Telegram. Another, other than that, you can set an option alert as well. So CMP, let's say I'm selecting option, let's say strike price of 850, and you can set an option whatever you feel like. Let's say you bought an option at 10 rupees, you want an alert, okay, which is at your target, which is both. So you can trigger on both. So you can trigger this alert on both, maybe about 10 rupees, okay, or below 5 rupees. You can set, okay, depending on whatever time you create it, and you can create alert, and that is how you can optimize your entries and exits, right? Typically, start booking partial profits whenever 70-75 percentage of your target is getting achieved, right? So that you don't have a problem of booking that trade in loss. So book partial profits, and then move your stop loss to the cost. Okay, so the moment you book your partial profit, move your stop loss to the cost, so that net most of the trades, you will end up taking a good profit from there and blocking good profits. So yes, folks, that was it from my side for this video. I hope this thing becomes helpful for you, and I hope you become a data driven trader. Thank you so much. Bye bye, take care, and see you all in the next video. Happy trading.